Senate confirmation hearings for a new Supreme Court justice began today. The questions and how Judge Jackson is responding.
A tattoo benefit was held over the weekend for Ukraine. Find out how it went coming up soon.
And I'm live on Kent campus, seeing how students are going to be spending their spring breaks.
A popular sauce comes back to McDonald's. Find out which sauce it is. Stick with us as TV2 News starts right now.
This is TV2 News.
Good evening, Portage County, and thank you for joining us for this Monday edition of TV2 News. I'm Elias Shingleton.
And I'm Raygene English.
Now, spring break is quickly approaching, and with COVID-19 still with us, this break could still look different.
Yes, TV2's Alexa Blakley joins us live on campus. Hi, Alexa.
Hi guys, that's right. This beautiful weather can only mean one thing. Spring is right around the corner. I spoke to students on campus and health experts to see the safest ways to spend spring break. Email was sent to Kent State students encouraging them to take necessary precautions before leaving for spring break.
The most important one is to get tested before you travel to make sure that you're not contagious and bringing it to whomever you're visiting on your travel. The second, in my opinion, would be to make sure you are vaccinated and boosted before you leave.
And for students traveling,
I think in general, if you're going to get on an airplane, I would advise wearing the mask the whole time you're on the plane. Same thing with other public transportation.
students on campus have big plans for spring break.
Actually going to Florida. Yeah, my roommate's parents moved to Sarasota, so we have a place to stay, so why not?
For Honors Leadership Academy that we have in the Honors College, we're going on a service trip for the first half of the spring break, and then second half of spring break, no, I don't really have any other plans.
Probably just going back home, going around the community again, seeing old friends, and just, just chilling.
So I'm actually going home. I'm from Houston, Texas.
Just plan on just going home and just having a nice time, spending time with my family and seeing some friends who I haven't seen in a while.
And each has a different plan for staying safe.
Just like wear your mask, always wash your hands, especially since I am traveling. I want to be like extra safe because you don't know how their conditions are down there.
We don't really travel just with everything that's going on right now because I know things are down now, but you never know.
Just making sure I stay a safe distance if I feel uncomfortable in like a large crowd and stuff like that.
I'm planning to stay safe by continuing to wash my hands, which I did before COVID anyways, but obviously that's an important part of it.
The university also has resources on campus to help increase safety.
And we're providing a lot of testing. And so testing is available up until the end of this week before spring break. And then testing will begin again when everyone returns from spring break. And then University Health Services is open during spring break in case there are those that remain on campus or nearby that need to be tested or even treated by the physicians and other clinicians at University Health Services.
Spring break starts this weekend and goes until Monday, April 4th. Live from Kent campus, I'm Alexa Blakley with TV2 News.
Thanks, Alexa. The Kent City Health Department was recently awarded accreditation from the Public Health Accreditation Board. The board, which is supported by the CDC and Robert Wood Johnson Foundation, sets standards for public health department performance. The Kent Health Department hopes that the accreditation will reassure community members that the department's services are effective in protecting public health.
The teams from the 6th District Educational Compact recently participated in the 21st Annual Summit County's Engineer Miniature Bridge Building Contest. 5 teams of Engineering Academy students participated in this year's contest. The Engineering Academy had 3 teams placed in the top 5, 2 teams placed in the top 3, and the winning designs were judged on their efficiency and how much weight they could hold and how sturdy.
The Summit County Jail is reporting a record number of murderers in custody. 61 inmates are currently being housed on murder charges, which makes up nearly 8% of the jail's population. Some inmates have pleaded in court and have not been sentenced, while some have yet to stand trial. The Summit County Sheriff says the high number is due to pandemic-related delays in the court system.
Although ski and snowboard season is coming to an end, Northeast Ohio ski resorts will have some updates on the next season. Boston Mills will get a new fixed grip 4-person chair that will replace the resort's Lift 5 Double. Brandywine will see a new fixed grip 4-person chair installed to replace the Lift 3 Triple.
Hello there, Portage County. I'm Josh Aponte, and let's take a look at what weather's going on here in Kent. So today, it was actually really nice out today. I did a lot of walking because my car broke down, but we won't talk about that. So right now we are sitting at 63 degrees, partly cloudy. There's some clouds outside, but otherwise it is absolutely fantastic out there. And we're sitting out a little bit of a breeze at 6 miles per hour, and the humidity is 40%. So it's not actually too bad out there in Kent. Now let's take a look at some temperatures here in Ohio. So right now, it's actually really warm here towards the west of Ohio. We're sitting in those 70s, 70 in Columbus as well. And then a little bit more chilly up by Lake Erie. We've got 65 in Akron, 66 in Steubenville. Now let's zoom in and take a look at some temperatures here in Northeast Ohio. So it is going to be a little bit more chilly since we are by Lake Erie. So we got 64 in Mansfield, 52 in Sandusky, and 52 in Cleveland. So it's a little bit more chilly, but honestly, not too bad here in Northeast Ohio. That's all I have for right now, but make sure that you stay tuned to see what weather we'll have later this week. For TV2 Weather, I'm Josh Aponte.
Thank you, Josh. The Chickahomie Power LLC announced that the plant project development effort in Charles City County and Virginia has been terminated, with plans to relocate the project in Ohio or West Virginia, or possibly both. The power plant would have burned natural gas funneled through a proposed pipeline going through 5 counties to generate electricity.
4 Marines were killed in Norway Friday after their Osprey aircraft crashed during a NATO training exercise. Among those killed was Gunnery Sergeant James W. Speedy of Cambridge, Ohio. Speedy joined the Marine Corps in 2009 and was stationed at Marine Air Station New River, North Carolina. He was 30 years old.
Be cautious before you make your next breakfast. Continental Mills announced a recall of its Great Value Buttermilk Pancake and Waffle Mix. According to the Food and Drug Administration, cable fragments used in the processing line were found in some boxes. The pancake and waffle mix had a best by date of September 1st, 2023, and was delivered nationally to Walmart stores. No related injuries have been reported. Consumers are advised to return the product to the place of purchase for a refund.
And another product recall: if you use Jergens body lotion, you may be eligible for a refund. Jergens is recalling 3-ounce and 10-ounce bottles of Ultra Healing Moisturizer after discovering the bottles may contain infection-causing bacteria. The recall applies to bottles manufactured between October 1st and 18th of 2021. Customers can contact Jergens directly with questions or refund requests.
The Harvard Medical Study published a study on medical marijuana with a divide in 269 adult patients into 2 groups. One group got a medical marijuana card to treat their pain, anxiety, or depression immediately. The other had to wait 12 weeks. It turned out that patients who got earlier access were 20% more likely to develop marijuana use disorder. Patients reported improvements in insomnia and having a feeling of greater well-being overall. Harvard researchers say their study shows patients on medical marijuana need closer supervision to have better outcomes.
Governor DeWine recently unveiled a new drug education program that will be rolled out to several Ohio elementary schools. The Drug Resilience Education Awareness Mentorship, or DREAM program, will target kindergarten through 3rd grade students with anti-drug awareness education. DeWine's office also announced that the program will expand to older students if it's proven successful. Pilot locations include schools in Hamilton, Lake, Ottawa, Paulding, Union, and Marion counties.
Vaccine advisors to the FDA are set to meet April 6th to discuss the possible need for COVID-19 vaccine booster shots down the road. They'll look at the potential process for selecting variant-specific boosters and whether the vaccine could become an annual shot similar to the flu shots. At this time, there is no official vote planned, and there will be no discussion of any specific products applying for authorization or approval. After the break, our reporter Olivia Sharp has the report on a recent tattoo benefit.
And we have the latest details from Ukraine as Russia continues its advance on the capital city, Kyiv.
Brush, brushy, brush, brushy, brush, brush your teeth. Every day and every night. Now it's your parents' turn. Here's what you gotta do. Let them have your toothbrush so that they can brushy brush your teeth. Reach out, you're almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Help your teeth stay healthy. Brushy brush with a grown-up every day.
Kids will spend 15 minutes watching online videos like this one.
Brushing for 2 minutes now can save your child from severe tooth pain later. 2 minutes, twice a day. They have the time.
Welcome back. As the Russian invasion of Ukraine continues, local businesses are working to raise money for those impacted by the conflict.
Olivia Sharp has more on how the local tattoo parlor is raising money and awareness.
That's right. Hi, guys. Yesterday, Warhorse Inc. Tattoo Shop in Ravenna hosted a benefit tattoo event for Ukrainian refugees, a cause that's close to owner Clint Marsh's heart. Right here in Portage County, a local tattoo shop is making a difference.
We have, like I said, friends that are over there, so we kind of have a first-hand account of what's going on, and that's kind of what propelled us to get involved. Is just like, hey, we have a platform, let's use it.
Beginning at noon on Sunday, Warhorse Inc. in Ravenna offered small, pre-designed tattoos ranging from $40 to $60, with proceeds going to the Cleveland Maiden Association.
The worst thing is that, there's millions of people now moving across the border, and there's nowhere for them to stay. There's nowhere for them to eat. So whatever I can do, and I've talked to a couple of artists here, a lot of great people here, and they were all. I suggested, hey, why don't we do something to benefit? And I just had an outpouring of cooperation. They were just all super eager to help out.
8 different tattoo artists worked in shifts across Warhorse's 2-floor studio.
It was basically, we were going to make some donations and work on it anyways, but we wanted to get people involved so that they could, also make their contributions. And we also just like doing tattoos. So.
Beyond what he's seen on TV, Marsh has a deeper connection to the conflict.
I'm a veteran myself, so I kind of seen what it's like in these situations that's unfolding overseas, and that's why I feel so strongly about it. I'm just watching it on the news, and it's just like, PTSD almost, just like, relaying in my mind. And
While Clint went into the event with humble aspirations, the Ravenna-Kent community helped him achieve these aspirations and more.
Maybe we can at least raise enough money to make a difference in 1 or 2 people's lives, so the way it's looking out there right now will probably be more than 1 or 2 people. So.
The event was originally scheduled from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m., but ended up lasting over 12 hours. Warhorse completed 132 flash tattoos, with many patrons waiting in a line wrapped around the block to show their support. With the success of yesterday's event, there is hope that Warhorse will do another event similar to this. Until then, you can support Ukrainian refugees by donating to the Cleveland Maiden Association at www.clevelandmaiden.info. Reporting for TV2 News, I'm Olivia Sharp.
Thanks, Olivia. Now, sticking with the news out of Ukraine, Russia continues to target its assault on public infrastructure in the country. Recent footage was released showing a shopping mall parking lot in the capital city of Kyiv that was bombed by Russian forces. Officials say the mall bombing took place Sunday night and killed at least 8 people. Now, Ukrainian President Zelensky has said that he is open to negotiations with Russia, but if negotiations fail, he warned it could lead to another world war. And moving to Washington, Senate confirmation hearings began for President Biden's Supreme Court judge nominee, Judge Ketanji Brown Jackson.
If confirmed, Jackson would be the first black woman to sit on the high court. Jason Cohen has more on the hearings. Jason, how is the confirmation process shaping up?
That's right, guys. It was the first day of Supreme Court nominee Ketanji Brown Jackson's confirmation hearing. She introduced herself and focused on her unique background as the potential first black female justice. Jackson discussed how she was fortunate to benefit from the Civil Rights Act, her hardworking parents who gave her an African name, Ketanji Onyeka, which means the lovely one, and the trailblazers who came before her, such as Judge Constance Baker Motley, the first African American woman to be appointed to the federal bench. On Friday evening, Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas was hospitalized at Sibley Memorial Hospital in Washington, D.C. after experiencing flu-like symptoms, but he does not have COVID-19. Thomas was diagnosed with an infection and is being treated with intravenous antibiotics. His symptoms are improving, and he is resting comfortably in the hospital. He likely will be released in a day or two.
In the 21st century, high-speed internet is a necessity. Full stop. It is a necessity.
On Monday, Vice President Kamala Harris visited Acadiana to discuss efforts to increase high-speed internet access to rural areas as part of President Joe Biden's bipartisan infrastructure law. She highlighted the importance of high-speed internet and stated that over 42 million Americans currently do not have access to it. The FBI stated it will not be releasing crime data for the final quarter of 2021 due to lack of reporting from law enforcement agencies. The FBI said it received data from less than 10,000 of the nation's 18,800 law enforcement agencies, which is under the required 60% to release demographic data trends. However, it will post this data from individual cities with populations over 100,000. Reporting from the Franklin Hall studio, I'm Jason Cohen, TV2 News.
Thanks, Jason. Decades after their service, the 688, an all-black women's Army Corps unit of about 850 women who sorted millions of pieces of mail during World War II, is receiving a Congressional Gold Medal. The award is being given for pioneering military service, devotion to duty, and the part they played in boosting morale for people stationed in Europe during the war.
That's right. The group set up a new mail tracking system and cleared the 6-month backlog of mail in just 3 months, processing about 17 million pieces of mail by the end of the war. The White House has yet to schedule the award ceremony.
Welcome back, Portage County. Now let's take a look at what weather we're going to see later here in Kent. So right now, as I said earlier, we are sitting at that nice 63 degrees. Perfect outside, honestly. Later tonight at 10 p.m., the temperature is going to dip down. It's going to be 53 degrees, and it will be a little bit cloudy, so no stargazing tonight, unfortunately. And then tonight at midnight, if you plan going out late, it's going to be 50 degrees, so it will be even more chilly. So you might make sure you take a hoodie or a jacket with you if you are planning to go outside. Now let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. So tomorrow it's going to look there's going to be some precipitation, 86% chance of rain showers, but it still will be a little bit warm at 61. Thursday will be partly cloudy and we'll still be in those 60s. Friday we are going to have some rain yet again, 36% chance of rain, and the temperature is going to drop down to 47. Then Saturday, oh boy, here we go. We're going to have a mix of rain and snow, so you better watch out for that. We're going to have to pull out those winter jackets for a little bit. Then Sunday, it is going to dip even down. The temperatures are going to be down to 38, but we hopefully will not see any snow on Sunday. And then Monday, temperature is going to go right back up to 46 degrees. Now we are going to take a look at a live weather radar of Northeast Ohio right here. So we are seeing some precipitation over here by Lake Erie, but I don't think we're going to see anything just until tomorrow when that rain hits us here in Kent. That's all I have for now. Make sure to check out KentWire.com for any weather, news, or sports updates. For TV2 Weather, I'm Josh Aponte, and have an awesome week, Portage County.
4 states impacted by Hurricane Ida last year are getting extra funding as part of the Swift Current Initiative, a project to help homeowners who are dealing with the aftermath of flooding. Residents in Louisiana, Mississippi, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania will all be able to apply for funding from the Federal Emergency Management Agency to sell or rebuild structures that have been flooded more than once. FEMA says these 4 states were chosen because they have seen the most flood-related damage from the hurricane.
Firefighters have been trying to maintain the wildfires across Texas. The Big L fire is now under control, according to Hood County. The fire burned over 11,000 acres. Hood County officials say that the evacuation order for the city of Lippin has been lifted.
And if you haven't stopped by Dairy Queen today, the night is still young. The promotion going on today only.
The Kent State gymnastics team traveled to Eastern Michigan to compete in the MAC championships. Find out how they fared and more when TV2 News returns after this.
The black truck? Hey, Christina from accounting.
Yeah, hi.
Hey, I used to date a girl named Christina.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and then she dumped me for my best friend. You want to see some photos of them that I took?
I don't.
I thought we talked about this, buddy.
Buzzed and overshared again?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna call a car.
That's a smart idea.
So, yeah, I know, that's why I did it.
Hey, you're gonna get back to the top of the mountain.
Does that mean I'm gonna get back with Christina?
No.
Oh.
No.
And now, your TV2 Sports Report.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Matt Corrali, and here is what's happening in the wide world of sports in Portage County and beyond. We start off with the Kent State gymnastics team as they travel to Eastern Michigan to compete in the Mid-American Conference Championships. The team posted a score of 195.325, placing 5th, which wasn't enough in the end to propel Kent State into the top 36 of the national rankings, thus making Sunday's meet the final one of the season. Central Michigan ended up taking the top spot in Ypsilanti with a score of 196.125. The Kent State baseball team lost 3 games in a 4-game series over the weekend against the Ohio Bobcats in Athens. Saturday saw a doubleheader that the Golden Flashes split, winning the first game 14-7 in 7 innings, but losing the second 16-12 in a 9-inning ballgame. Some standouts for Kent State in that series include utility man Aiden Longwell, who gave up only 3 earned runs on the mound and drove in 4 of his own at the plate, along with sophomore infielder Michael McNamara driving in 6 runs throughout the series. The Golden Flashes will head east to take on the Pitt Panthers on Wednesday at 3 o'clock. Well, March Madness is well underway as powerhouse teams and Cinderella stories alike have found a way to survive and advance to the Sweet 16. But tonight we take a look at the Sunday afternoon game that took place in Pittsburgh. Ohio State comes in as a 7 seed after losing 4 of their last 5 regular season games, but beat Loyola Chicago round 1 in a matchup that saw a ton of fans pick the Ramblers to play spoiler. But on the other side, Villanova, they come in as the number 2 seed, being a popular choice to win it all in New Orleans in 2 weeks' time. Will the Wildcats continue to roar, or will the Buckeyes keep proving their doubters wrong? Let's go to the highlights and find out. We'll pick it up, Nova up 9-4, but you see Michi Johnson Jr. at the top of the key try a logo 3, and he drills it to make it a 2-point affair. However, the Wildcats will go back up 5, and this is Colin Gillespie. You see him on the steal, and he'll take it himself with the easy lay to put Villanova up 7 early. Next Wildcats possession, Gillespie will have the ball. Going up against Washington, he goes to his left. Top of the key, hits a 3 right in front of the face of Zed Key. It's a shot so cold that Buckeye head coach Chris Holtman needs a timeout. Nova up 10. We'll fast forward second half, Wildcats up 50-41. That is Gillespie with the left hand. And now the Wildcats are back up by 9. This is Justin Moore for 3, and the route is on in the Steel City, or not, because the Buckeyes will draw to within 4, but later on, Moore will get the ball here on the right side, catch, shoot, money. Justin Moore brings it to within 7 on the other side of the floor. The Buckeyes will get the ball, and this will be E.J. Liddell backing down Gillespie. 2 dribble, right-hand floater, good. Ball game is now within 5. Now 64-59. Ohio State needs a stop, but Eric Dixon is going to get the ball. You see him wide open. This is for the dagger. Cash. Villanova takes it 71-61 over Ohio State, sending the Wildcats to the Sweet 16 and sending the Buckeyes back to Columbus. Well, that will wrap things up for us at Sports. For more TV2 sports coverage, make sure to stay tuned for Sports Corner, live streaming right here on KentWire.com at 8 o'clock tonight, and follow us across all social media platforms at TV2 KSU Sports. For TV2 Sports, I'm Matt Corrali, saying wherever the ball flies in the air, TV2 Sports will be there. Good night.
If you're a McDonald's fan, you might want to stay tuned. This next story will have you saying, I'm loving it.
To Maddie.
Congrats on paying off all those student loans.
Finally, right?
How'd you manage that anyway?
I started tracking my spending, changed a couple of habits.
Wow, I'm kind of living paycheck to paycheck right now. I don't even know how I'm doing it.
Well, have you tried saving a little?
I want to, but where's that money gonna come from? Bill collectors, they're the worst. Am I right?
When it comes to financial stability, don't get left behind.
Not home.
Get tools and tips for saving at feedthepig.org.
Welcome back. If you're currently borrowing someone else's Netflix password, listen up. Netflix is working to crack down on password sharing.
Experts say this plan could soon apply to other streamers as well as more on this in today's Consumer Watch.
Netflix is cracking down on password sharing. The streaming giant is forcing users who share a Netflix account but do not live in the same household to set up and pay for their own account or formally be added to the main account at an extra cost.
They're trying to hit profitability. They're trying to generate free cash flow.
Experts say the experiment is a bit of a risk as Netflix aims to show its investors that there's growth in both revenue and users.
There's a delicate balancing act that they have to figure out where they keep their existing users happy and engaged. Password sharing is definitely a part of that, but it's very clear that you're getting at least $1 more per user per quarter. And with 220 million users around the world, you know, that could end up being substantial revenue on a monthly basis.
So far, the test feature is only being rolled out in Chile, Costa Rica, and Peru, but news of the password crackdown landed like a bomb on Twitter, with scores of users voicing frustrations and posing questions, like how Netflix plans to deal with unique family scenarios, such as college kids on their parents' accounts. Netflix says it will see how the features work in the 3 markets before potentially rolling them out to the rest of the world, and experts say depending on user reaction, other popular streaming platforms could soon follow suit.
All of them have in mind that they can probably go as high, $20 or higher, right? That over time they can just continue to escalate it because if they do a better job serving users, then they can start charging more.
For today's Consumer Watch, I'm Jeremy Roth.
Good news for people who like to dip their McDonald's chicken nuggets and french fries in something a little more daring than ketchup. The fast food giant is bringing back its Jacujan sauce on March 31st. The condiment, which includes soy, ginger, vinegar, and garlic, will only be available through McDonald's app. The fan favorite sauce made its debut in 1998 and made 2 brief appearances since then.
And Dairy Queen's Free Cone Day is back after 2 years of being on hiatus. Today, only customers stop by their local Dairy Queen and receive a free vanilla ice cream cone. The promotion is open to everyone, with 1 per person while supplies last, of course. The promotion is also available for mobile orders or at mall locations. Fans can find their local participating locations on the chain's website. Now, are you guys planning to stop by our local Dairy Queen to get the Free Cone Day?
Oh, definitely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
of course.
Definitely.
Who would not want to pass up an opportunity on something free?
Exactly. Especially Dairy Queen ice cream, like, oh, chef's kiss.
Absolutely. You know what I think they should do? They should make the blizzards like free for a day.
Oh,
I think now we're
100%
raising the stakes
agree.
here. Now we're raising the stakes.
Now we're raising the stakes.
What's your guys' favorite Blizzard flavor?
Oh, I love the Reese's one. I think it's a classic. You just can't go wrong with it.
It's a good one.
The Brownie Blast, so good.
I'm a red velvet fan.
Ooh,
I love it.
I knew you
It's
were a
always
red velvet
seasonal.
guy the moment I met you.
I love red velvet anything. What are your well, that is all we have for you tonight, this Monday newscast.
When we are off the air, make sure to keep up with the KentWire.com and at KentWires on socials. I'm Raygene English.
And I'm Elias. Have a great night, Portage County.